I'm Jennifer McDonald, and I'm a supervisor at the Oshawa Senior Community Center's 55 Plus Kona Branch Adult Day Program. And we're all trying to come up with some different ideas of things to keep people entertained and busy. My husband was playing his guitar the other day. He's Dan. I can't sing. I can't dance. Misty and her family told some great jokes. I can't do that either. But what I can do is I can sew. So I thought I'd give you, for some of you that are sewers, this brief tutorial. I know people are going crazy for masks out there, and I found a great tutorial for making your own masks. Now I have to make a note. These masks aren't regulated in any way. It's just sometimes it makes people feel better. If you have to go to the pharmacy and you have to go to the grocery store, that you have something on. It also mainly is just for helping us not touch our face quite as much. Hand washing is the best, but it helps us not touch our face. And allergy season is coming. And I don't know, but if you're like me, sometimes you get coughing and sniffing and sneezing. And this is part of allergy season. And people give you really dirty looks. So this is a way that we can... you can wear it out. I'm making a couple for my parents. They've been very diligent in staying in the house like I've asked. But, you know, they do have to pick up prescriptions here or there or whatnot. And if it just makes them feel better. So also, I saw there was a little bit of a call out there for some of them. So there's not much to it. There's not many materials, to be quite honest. I'm using some scrap fabric. I have just a regular cotton fabric. And I have a scrap of baby quilt. It's flannelette, and I thought that I would put that on the inside so it's softer on your face. The measurements for these are 9x6. So if you cut those 9x6 inches, just so you know, I am a metric girl except for when it comes to sewing, because everything is imperial. So I do know inches, but generally if you tell me what a mile is, I have no idea. But so 9x6 inches, two of those. You need a length of elastic of some sort. This was in my sewing room. This is just a string elastic, but I also have, let me see here, my elastic pile without making a mess. Well, there's a little bit. I have the flat. This is a 1/4 inch elastic. You could do that. If you have none of these at home, don't fret. You can take an elastic out of an old pair of underwear. I know it sounds weird. You can an old pair of pantyhose. Anything at home, you could actually add even ties to this that you wanted to tie it up in your head. So for the kids, I'll mention, so these are 9x6. Where's my kids measurement? If you're doing a kids mask, you're going to want 7.5 by 5 inches. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is place the right sides of our fabric together. Okay, and we're just going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around, leaving a gap. So what I'm going to do here, though, is sometimes I just mark with one of my pens where I'm going to leave the gap. What I'll do here to show you is I will just place 2 pins where we're going to stop sewing so we can turn it right side out. Okay, so that's kind of up at the top. What I will do now is I'm going to just cut my 7 inches worth of, let me roll this around so it's my 7 inches of elastic, and I will cut 1, and I will cut 2. It's really quiet in here right now. Normally when I sew, I have music on, but I do have, what I always have when I sew, and you can't see her right now, is my dog, Lucy. She is at, let me fix this slightly. She is at my feet. Okay, so with these 2 pieces of elastic, we're going to go to the short ends, and we're going to tuck them in each corner. If you can see this, and match the corners up on the fabric with the elastic just slightly out, and I am going to just pin that in place right now. I'm not going to pin it actually. I'll show you one of my tricks, what I use. I have a basket full of these clips, just regular accordion clip. So I'm going to clip that there. And then you're going to pull the other end. So it's tucked in and it's going to come to the other corner. So it's just out a little bit and we're going to clip. And we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So with the elastic inside, in between both pieces of material, match your corners, have it sticking out. And clip. And just tuck your hands in there. And over to the other corner. Clip. Okay. So what you can do is you can pin your fabric all the way together. Flannel's really great because flannel sticks. I'm a quilter, so I don't really find that I do. But where I'm going to do is I'm going to start sewing at the pin and carry around. I'm going to just bring that over here so you can see this a little bit at my machine. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go just right across the top. And it's bunching. I think my little thread, these handy dandy scissors, my little thread is caught. No, there it was. It was caught. All right, carry on. I'm not a perfect sewer, but I get it done. I'll give you that much. Okay, here. Back stitch a little bit just to go back over that elastic. This one a little funky. All right, well he's in there anyway. And we're coming up to that pin, so we're going to just back stitch and stop. Okay. So we have it's sewn right around and I have a little opening here. So what we're going to do, okay, so what we have is everything's sewn right around the corner. I have lots of extra thread here. You can trim your corners if you like. So now, this is my favorite part really of any project that we do. We're going to just turn it right side out, and you can always use those elastics to help get them out. You're going to shake it a little bit. All right. One of my favorite tools while sewing is my chopstick. So I've stuffed that chopstick in the hole and I can poke in nice and safely. I can poke the corners out. As you can see, we have our elastic is there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to my ironing board and we're going to press that. Just make sure it's all open. All nice and straight. Now when you get to the top, you're going to have a 1/4 inch piece on both sides. That was our seam allowance. So we're going to just tuck in that 1/4 inch seam, 1/4 inch little piece of material. And when you do that, and then you can press that, and we're going to fix that in a sec. Okay, so we have now a square and there's our opening. So what we're going to do is take this back to your machine and just top stitch it. I have a top stitching, let me go to my nifty difty little thing here. I have a top stitching, there it is. It's an F. I have a Janome, it's an F. So I have a top stitching. So I'm just going to change that out. I'll I'll switch this over slightly. And we are just going to top stitch right around the entire outside of this project. Right around, right as close to the edge as you can. You want to encompass those 1/4 inch pieces that we tucked in and ironed. Sometimes it gets stuck just as we're going, so I'm going to use my little thing here to make sure it's going through. Come back around. Lucy's right at my feet. She is always right at my feet when I am sewing. And here we are, give a little back stitch and cut. All right, so I have a couple of loose threads here that popped out because it was just a random piece of fabric. So I cut those off. Okay, so now, I'm gonna put that away so that was it. Now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pleat. So you're gonna bring it down, I don't know, maybe an inch and 1/4. Yeah, kind of about an inch and 1/4. Then you're gonna just fold it right back up. And you can pin it. I'm going to go back to my trick here. I like to clip. I'm gonna clip both sides. And we do this so it gives you a little bit more room just to go around your face and your mouth. And then you're gonna come up again. Move my clip down. You're gonna come up again and you're going to do another clip, 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 another, just another little tuck there. Hopefully you can see that. You're just gonna kind of scrunch it. If I could give you this one's not so great for a clip, so I'm gonna pin that. That's my technical term. I never said I was a professional sewer, but if you just kind of scrunch it up. Okay, and then we're going to just go over it once again, down each side. You can keep the same presser foot on, and you can use the same as you did when you were top stitching, or you can go in a little bit more. That's up to you. All right, here we go. And I'm going to pull that pin out. And I'm gonna pull that out. I can hold it from this point. And we're just going in. You've got multiple layers here, so just be a little careful. There you go. And that didn't work so well. That's why we have the ripper. Okay, let's do that again. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down. I'm flipping it over. I'm going to come down from the top end with the scrunches. I'll call them. There we go. Much easier. Much easier. So instead of come towards the openings, which will bring me here. And there we go. You can cut off your threads. Little extra threads. I don't know if you wear it up or down, but let me show you. Gives you a little bit of extra space, and you can make it any way you want. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe.